This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, a Huntingburg woman is behind bars after charges were refiled involving the death of an elderly man. A Gibson County Conservation Officer has been selected as the District 7 Officer of the Year. Ann Powell has a look at the weather forecast. And Kurt Guxell has sports, followed by WJTS Inform. Tonight, Andrea Tooley, President, and Clayton Boyles, Executive Director of the DuBois County Community Foundation, are our guests. All this and more coming up next on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. A Huntingburg woman is behind bars after charges were refiled in her case involving the death of an elderly man in her care. 25-year-old Latasha M. Rodriguez turned herself in at the DuBois County Security Center on Tuesday on an active warrant charging her with a Level 1 felony count of neglect of a dependent resulting in death, a Level 3 felony count of neglect of a dependent resulting in serious bodily injury, and a Level 6 felony count of financial exploitation of a dependent with a victim at least 60 years old. Huntingburg police say they began investigating after 70-year-old Bruce Clayton was rushed to the emergency room with several bed sores, malnourished, and died a few days later. Police say Clayton was being cared for by Latasha Rodriguez and Selena Aguilar after suffering a stroke in 2012. Both Rodriguez and Aguilar were charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death, neglect of a dependent resulting in serious bodily injury, and one count of financial exploitation in 2018. Aguilar decided to plead guilty to neglect of a dependent resulting in serious injury as part of a plea agreement and was sentenced to 12 years in prison on October. The case against Rodriguez was originally dismissed to allow more time to investigate. A warrant was issued for her arrest after the case was filed last Friday. A DuBois County Women's Leadership Organization are gathering for a special presentation. Women Empowering Women is coming together to hear Executive Director of Crisis Connection Incorporated, Paula Rashi's presentation about teen dating violence as part of Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. The session takes place on Wednesday, February 12th at the St. Joseph Church Parish Center in Jasper. Doors open at 11:30 for networking before the meeting starts at 11:45. This event is open to all prospective and current WEW members. Advance reservations for the luncheon are required for members and guests by Friday, February 7th. To make a reservation, call the Jasper Chamber of Commerce at 812-482-6866, 482-6866, or by emailing chamber@jasperin.org. Lunch is $5 a person and is payable at the door. For more information about Women Empowering Women and to access a membership application, visit the organization's Facebook page or contact the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. A number of groups opposing Riverview Energy's coal-to-diesel plant are hosting a forum in Dale next week on the topic of the proposed coal-to-diesel plant. Longtime Valley Watch President John Blair and Southwest Indiana Citizens for Quality of Life President Mary Hess will update the Dale community on the status of Riverview Energy and their proposed coal-to-diesel plant in an open forum co-sponsored by both groups beginning at 7 p.m. Central Time on January 28th at the Micah Center at the Dale Presbyterian Church, located at 6 Main Street in Dale. Hess will give a brief history on Riverview Energy's project from the public's perspective, and then Blair will give an update on the project based on sworn testimony given by project officials in depositions proffered in the two groups' legal challenge of the Title V permit. This is the fourth open forum designed to inform the Dale community about the refinery and its effects on health and the regional environment. After formal presentations from both speakers, the floor will be open to questions and comments of those attending. The forum is open to everyone, including Riverview project sponsors. Copies of Blair's presentation will be available to the media electronically prior to the event upon request. For more information on this event, you can call John Blair at 812-550-3003, 550-3003, or Rock Emmert at 812-631-2856, 631-2856. Davies County Recorder Jamie Chapman has filed to be a Republican candidate for Davies County Treasurer for the May primary. Chapman has served Davies County for 14 years, with 8 years serving as recorder. As recorder, Chapman was able to add new online services to the recorder office. Chapman also served as a commissioner on the Electronic Recording Board while serving as recorder. Chapman also served as district vice president of the Indiana Recorders Association. Chapman served on the awards committee for the Association of Indiana Counties. Also on the Republican ballot is Davies County First Deputy Recorder Rosetta Newton. Newton has filed for a candidacy for recorder in the May primary. Newton has served as the first deputy recorder for the past 14 years. Newton has worked on modernizing the recorder's office, indexing records, and editing scans of old records to be uploaded onto the online system, as well as making it more searchable for the public. Newton has helped initiate the Disaster Recovery Service and Docs Pop online access. Newton has also been training in payroll, accounts payable, and composing yearly budgets. Newton managed the retention schedule on public records in the recorder's office. A Gibson County Conservation Officer has been selected as the District 7 Officer of the Year for 2019. Indiana Conservation Officer Ryan McIntyre, who serves Gibson County, has been a conservation officer for 7 years. McIntyre was raised in Gibson County and serves the division as a certified breath test operator, national archery in the school's instructor, and public information officer. District 7 covers Knox, Davies, Martin, Gibson, Pike, DuBois, Posey, Vanderburgh, Warwick, and Spencer counties. McIntyre is now in the running for the Pitzer Award, which is given to the top overall conservation officer in Indiana and selected from the 10 District Award winners. The Pitzer Award is named after Conservation Officer James Pitzer, who was fatally shot while investigating illegal hunting activity in 1961 in Jay County. A push to combat distracted driving with a ban on the use of handheld cell phones has cleared its first hurdle toward becoming the law in Indiana. An Indiana House committee voted unanimously Wednesday in favor of the bill making cell phone use by all motorists illegal unless they're using hands-free or voice-operated technology, except in emergencies. The state police superintendent says distracted driving was to blame in at least 860 injury crashes and 48 crashes with deaths across Indiana last year. The full House could vote on the proposal in the coming week. A proposal aimed at making it more difficult for Indiana electric companies to close additional coal-fired power plants faces objections from consumer and environmental groups who argue it could stifle growth in renewable energy such as wind and solar power. The Indiana House Utilities Committee voted 9-4 Wednesday to advance the bill to the full House. That vote came after the committee scaled back the bill so that restrictions on power plant closures only last until July 2021. Bill sponsor Republican Representative Ed Soliday said he wanted a one-year pause in additional coal plant closings because of what he sees as a gap for when renewable resources can provide reliable and stable electricity service. Indiana lawmakers have rolled back a proposal that aimed to require a poster with the national motto, "In God We Trust," and the American and state flags be displayed in all public school classrooms. The Indiana Senate Education Committee modified the bill to make the poster optional before voting Wednesday to advance it to the full Senate. The bill originally required the posters be at least 11 inches by 17 inches with the letters of "In God We Trust," a minimum 4 inches tall. Bill sponsor Republican Dennis Cruz of Auburn said all students should be able to see the national motto each day in their classrooms. Now stay tuned. Weather with Ann Powell and sports with Kurt Guxell, followed by WJTS Informed tonight with Andrea Tooley, President, and Clayton Boyles, Executive Director of the DuBois County Community Foundation, are our guests. All still to come on the 18 WJTS News.